on everyone. So yesterday, the Los Angeles Lakers got a huge win on the road against the Utah Jazz on a back-to-back without LeBron James. But Rui Hachimura was the real driving force in that game, in my opinion. He was absolutely spectacular. Don't get me wrong, Anthony Davis was amazing. Rui really just, he was lights out and absolutely incredible. Rui Hachimura in 34 minutes of action gave you 36 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, was 13 of 19 from the field, 6 of 8 from 3, 4 of 5 from the foul line, 1 block, 0 turnovers, and led the team with a plus 25. He was, again, absolutely spectacular. 36 points on just crazy efficiency. And you saw a little bit of everything, right? You saw his ability to get to the rim. You saw his ability in the mid-range, fadeaways, hitting threes, right? His physicality and aggression. I love that he's not settling. And that's kind of one of the, in my opinion, one of the big driving forces in his success lately. Where last year, right, at times he was just sort of passive, or he would just settle for the three. And even early in this year, right, you'd see at times he would just kind of catch the ball, settle for the 3 or like a deep 2 or something, where now he's actually putting the ball on the ground, using his physical attributes, his size and strength to just power through, create contact, finish through contact, or just hit the mid-range. We know that he's one of the better mid-range guys in the entire league. The guy is absolute money in that regard. But it's the expansion of everything that you're really seeing, in my opinion, with Rui Hachimura. Darvin Ham talked about how he's given Rui the green light. Go be Rui Hachimura. Now, I still am not a fan of how they utilize Rui, right? I think having Rui just kind of standing in the corner or out on the perimeter a good majority of the time is really criminal for his type of game, for the asset that he is. And look, I'm not saying you have to run every offensive possession through him, but on occasion, I'd like to see his number actually get called, right? I'd like to see him be on the block where he is that mismatch, because everybody his size isn't quick enough to keep up with him, and everybody that is quick enough isn't strong enough or is too little to just handle him and his physicality. I'd like to see him utilized better, right? I do think that Rui Hachimura still has a world of potential. I think this is a guy that you're already starting to see the growth since just being with the Lakers. I mean, you saw growth last season in the short stint he was with the Lakers, and you're seeing it even more. And a lot of that is LeBron James. I mean, and Rui himself has credited LeBron heavily, right? Because he was basically attached to LeBron at the hip, which Rui said, he credited Phil Handy for that Phil was like, dude, you got to go and work with LeBron, which how many people get the opportunity to really be mentored by LeBron that also play or are best at the position that LeBron currently plays, right? Rui's playing the 3, but he's not really a 3, right? He's more of a 4 than he is a 3, and LeBron is currently playing the 4 spot, and that's kind of where he's best at. Look, LeBron is one of, if not the greatest basketball minds, period. LeBron is also one of, if not the greatest players, period. So LeBron can play whatever position he wants, and he has his entire career, right? You've seen him from center to point guard, right? Rui is a guy that I do believe at some point will make that step into being the Lakers' starting power forward, unless they trade him for a superstar or something like that. Now, look, I was okay with the Lakers trading Rui Hachimura, and I'm still okay with the Lakers trading Rui Hachimura for a couple reasons. One, obviously, long-term, Rui makes a world of sense because he's a guy that's only going to improve, only going to get better, especially if he gets to spend this time, however long it is, another year, 2 years, to really learn from LeBron and grow and get better. I think that would just add so much value to him on this Lakers team. But as long as LeBron is on this team, and it's unfortunate, he's just not unfortunate that LeBron's on the team. I'm not one of those people that are like, I just want to clarify. I'm not one of those people that like trade LeBron or what. It's so silly to me, right? We are not a better team without LeBron James. We need LeBron James, especially come postseason. But what I mean by that is it's unfortunate for Rui because he's never really going to get that opportunity and the ability to shine the way that I believe he should, because he is best at a position in which LeBron James is going to play 36 minutes of. If LeBron was 5 years younger, I think Rui would be thriving with the Lakers, right? And especially being able to play alongside LeBron James and Anthony Davis, because Rui would be able to play the 4 full time because you could put LeBron at 3. But at this stage, at this age in LeBron's career, he's needs to play the 4 a good majority of the time. So it really limits what you're allowed to do with Rui, and him having to play the 3 heavily. It requires him to be out on the perimeter more than if he was the 4, where he could just kind of go to the block and go to work. But I do believe that the Lakers are probably in their best interest to trade him for the right pieces, for the right deal, and just for Rui's sake, right? I think that the Lakers should trade Rui so he could go to a team and really thrive, because I really want to see what this kid is made of and what he can become. Right? I don't think he really was looked at as a real piece in Washington. I mean, they essentially gave him away to the Lakers. And now that he's on the Lakers and the Lakers realize like, oh, he can't play the 3, now he's kind of just stuck behind LeBron. I know he's playing the 3 right now, but I also question how long that will last, and especially come playoffs where he's not great laterally and sticking in front of quicker defense or quicker offensive players, and then also navigating over screens. Like right now, you're getting away with it, but the defense hasn't been great. I'm curious to see how long Ruiz sticks at the 3. Look, maybe he continues to grow and develop and adapt, and maybe he does get better at that. There's still a lot of time between now and the postseason. So I'm not saying like, oh, Rui's not going to fit or work or anything. I just think ultimately if Jared Vanderbilt comes back and is healthy, at some point he'll probably move into the starting unit. But time will tell. We will see. Regardless, I wanted to clarify that because I know some people are going to be like, well, you were saying you should trade Rui and da-da-da-da. Now you're hyping him up. I've hyped him up since the moment we got him. I got the nickname Laker Damas because of Rui Hachimura, right? The big nickname, one of the big, like, real turning points you could argue for this channel was because of Rui Hachimura, because I was talking about the Lakers trading Rui like literally hours before it was even announced, when Rui wasn't even in a conversation. And it wasn't like I'm some mind reader or some insider. I'm just a guy, just a fan. That's all it is. But Rui was available, and it was like, oh, he makes a lot of sense. The Lakers need somebody like him. And I think he has a lot of upside and potential. And I've watched his game, his career, and I know the type of player he has and can be. And the Lakers ended up acquiring him. So I've been super high on Rui Hachimura. I mean, go look at the videos early in the offseason where I was hyping him up, right? Just diving into the player that he could be. I fully believe Rui Hachimura could be a 20 to 25 point a game guy. Like realistically, if he was given the opportunity. We've seen him every time LeBron doesn't play, Rui gives you 17 plus, right? So if he was full-time, your starter at the 4, and was actually a key part of your offense and somebody that you're actually, looking to run some offense through on a regular basis, Rui, I think, fully could be a 20 to 25 point a game guy, right? But how long does it take for him to get that? How long does it take for him to get there, right? In the meantime, Rui is still a very valuable piece, and he is a guy that I fully believe can be a real factor for the Lakers, especially come the postseason. We've seen him elevate come the postseason, and it's not just a one-off sample size, right? Like one of the things I've talked about with Austin Reeves, because so many people are so, certain that Austin Reeves is going to get back to being just great come the postseason. And we don't know that, right? We've had a one sample size postseason in which he was excellent, but is he able to replicate that, right? We will see. Time will tell. I'm not saying Austin Reeves can't, but we'll see how that goes. But the reason I'm even referencing Austin Reeves is because Rui, we don't have just a 1 year sample size with the Lakers. We have the 1 year with the Lakers. We also have several with the Wizards in which he did the same thing. And he elevated his game. And he shot like 55% from 3-point range and was just spectacular. When he gets into the postseason, he really turns it on, right? So I do trust Rui to be a guy that come playoffs can really be a factor, can really kind of pick it up and elevate and be a key piece, right? And again, the utilization is what drives me crazy. So many times the Lakers just get completely stagnant on offense. They've been much better lately. A lot of it has been they just are sharing the ball, moving the ball. It's not sticking as much. But there are still times, where you just get in a drought and guys can't hit shots. And it's like there's times where you have Rui in the game or even on the bench. And it's like, dude, just put Rui in the game, put him on the block, post him up and isolate him, and let him go to work and just see if he can generate some offense. You're talking about a guy that is a walk-in bucket and is a mismatch for most opponents. So I look, I am a big fan of Rui. I love Rui Hachimura. I'd love him to be a Laker forever, honestly. I think personally at some point they're probably going to trade him. I hope not. Like if they can if they could get a star and not trade Rui, then great. I just don't think that that's going to happen. Right? I think, if, and again, big if, and I'm just more using him as an example, but Donovan Mitchell, let's say Donovan Mitchell becomes available, right? You're probably trading, Reeves, Rui, and whatever else, along with a bunch of picks and stuff to go get a guy like that. So if the Lakers find a real star, Rui's probably on the block. But look, if they never find anything and they keep Rui and he's a Laker post LeBron, I wouldn't be shocked if this guy is just spectacular for the Lakers. And we look back and go, yeah, I'm glad the Lakers didn't trade him. But time will tell. We'll see how it goes. Again, I'm a big fan of Rui Hachimura. I'm rooting for this kid. I want to see him continue to grow, continue to be better, continue to be a student of the game, really learn from LeBron. I think he can still learn a lot from LeBron James. Like, again, you're talking about one of, if not the smartest minds ever to play the game of basketball. And you're talking about one of, if not the greatest players ever to play the game of basketball. Not many guys that get to actually be mentored by a player of that caliber. And, Rui's a sponge. They also have similar size, similar builds. Obviously, Rui's not as athletic and fast as a LeBron James, but man, he is, when he's on, he is so fun to watch. Like, genuinely, he is so fun to watch. And he's still only 26 years old. So he's got a good, 2-3 years before he's really in like the heart of his prime, where players basically are who they are. So if he can pick it up a little more and just improve even just slightly, he's going to be a real player in this league. But again, however you feel, what your thoughts are, love to hear it. Let me know down in the comments below. What did you think of Rui's game? Did you love what you saw from him? What do you think of Rui in general? Do you want him here for the long haul? Do you think trade him if the right pieces are there? Again, you don't just trade the guy, just trade him. But if you can find something, right, I do think that it does make sense, just because I don't think Rui's ever going to really get the opportunity. And I just don't believe LeBron is leaving at the end of the year. I don't. But anyway, again, how you feel, what your thoughts are, let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Lets me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.